Good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to avoid, or try to avoid, playing cat and mouse with a buck that has been coming out in the field pretty regularly. Last night it got cold. It was the first cold front that had moved in, and normally he's out about 7:30, which is, let's call it 15 minutes after shooting hours. Last night the cold brought him out at 6:30, so it changed the schedule by an hour, which is fantastic. I like to get my buck early, so I'm not sitting out in the freezing cold, miserable weather. As you may know, we get one buck tag in the state of Pennsylvania, and I intend to fill it tonight with a buck I call the wide 8. He's actually not that wide. He was looking wider when he was in velvet, and I guess compared to the other 2.5-year-olds, he is wide. But truthfully, he's probably 16, 17 inches inside, which, yeah, for that age, that is a wide deer. But just for namesake, to keep track of them, that's who he is, and that's who I intend to get. Cat and mouse game on tonight. Stay tuned. So I'm heading out to my stand, and I'm walking through the video field, and I couldn't help but notice, with all the wind and the rain and everything, how much the beans are not standing up. Along with the fact the beans that are standing are not holding a lot of pods. My once inclination to believe that this was a 45 bushel field is now about 35 now. Bean prices are down. I'm not stressed about it, but it's certainly something to take note of. I think it's a combination of things, really. I'll get the field right, get it a little bit better shape, and go from there. You can see there's a lot of goldenrod. I probably needed to hit it a little harder with the glyphosate, but it certainly makes it easy. Now I'm approaching the stand here itself, and see a lot of the deer are actually in this field eating that green goldenrod. And then here we go. I got my lifeline safety system. All right, I made it to the stand. Last night a buck walked by here at about 20 yards. I'd have laced him, but I didn't have the right wind. I'm not going to get the kill shot. I'm not set up for it. I'll get footage before I get him, and footage afterwards. That's about as good as it's going to get. Stay tuned. Just giving you an overview, bird's eye view, I suppose. It'd be kind of low for a bird, but you know what I mean. And there's my rig, my freezer filling setup. I like the 36-inch arms that hold your bow. And this is behind worms. You can get back busted here. They walk this little ledge that's right below at the bottom of the camera, and that's French Creek, runs right through my property, and I own the other side of it as well. It is a stock trout stream. It is an excellent smallmouth bass fishery, along with walleye. And you can see I'm just kind of scanning the field. Like I say, there was a buck, real nice buck, and about 20 yards out in front of this stand, so at this point I'm expecting to see deer. Now I'm doing my ranging. That's the first thing I really do, other than knock an arrow, get the bow hung, knock an arrow. I hit all my ranges. That's absolutely critical in archery, that you know your distance. Calculating 4 or 5 yards off can make all the difference in the world as to where you hit them, how you hit them, and if you hit them. Now, where I'm pointing right there, that's my 30-yard range or distance. I've already marked that mentally. There is a goldenrod plant right there. It's leaning, and that is dead on at 20. And these two that are standing there, that's my 25. So I got my 20, I got my 25, I've got my 30. I've already decided and determined that I'm not shooting a deer over 30 yards. It's just I'm not into tracking them. So thumbs up, I'm ready to go. So I didn't get to do a closing interview after the hunt last night. I saw 0 deer. My guess is the neighbor probably was walking through the woods and drove them out. To not see a deer in that field, not even a doe, is rare. I did hear in the woods what I thought were 2 bucks fighting. I didn't hear the antlers clicking together, but I heard a lot of rustling of leaves. So it is what it is. That's why they call it hunting, not getting. But check this out. I just put on a pot of venison chili about an hour ago. Now, straight up, some people like their oatmeal lumpy. I happen to like my chili meaty. Lots and lots of meat in there. I got 2 pounds of venison in there. And this is just going to be banging. So I'm just stirring it basically for the first time here. So yeah, got skunked, but got chili. Decent trade-off. Take care, everyone.